Hey guys, Louis Tokenyuk here, and I just wanted to go over some stuff in the group here with in regards to cleansing. So I just want to cover some frequently asked questions. So if you guys have any questions, by all means, just put them in the comments, and I'll see if I can get to those during the live or even after the live. I'll go through and make sure we can get those answered for you. So first off, one of the first things is that I get asked all the time, and can guys do this? And yes, of course, guys can do this, and it's really beneficial for men to do this. I know as guys, we tend to hear the word cleanse, and we think, oh, good God, what is this? All of a sudden, I'm going to be doing yoga and being all have dreadlocks and all kinds of stuff going on and everything. So, but by all means, cleansing is very good for you. And so I was a real skeptic when I first started, and I started 5 years ago, and I've been cleansing regularly for the past 5 years. And I know for myself, I feel really good when I do the cleanses and stuff. Just some things that happen for me personally is that I tend to feel more flexible. It helps me with my workouts, helps me with my recovery. It just basically helps everything. It's like changing the oil in your car. You got to do it. So so it's really good for that. So by all means, ladies in this group, get your husbands on this, because dad bod is not a good thing. We should not have that. We're trying to get rid of dad bod here. So get your guys on the system for sure. Some of the other things I just want to go over. These are just some questions that we get asked a lot. The first one is, can I drink coffee on a cleanse day? Kind of depends. Like personally, I drink the Isagenix coffee because it's very low acid. There's no mold. And I know it's going to be good quality because it comes from Isagenix. And as we know, everything from Isagenix is always top notch as far as that goes. So you can drink coffee as long as it's a very low acidity. And just drink it black. Don't put any sweetener in it, and don't put gallons of creamer in it and all that type of stuff. One of the other things that I get asked a lot is can I work out on a cleanse day? And again, yes, you can work out. I know for me, on day one, I kind of do my normal thing because I tend to work out in the morning, so I'm usually pretty fresh anyways, and so I do my workout and it's fine. Usually on day two, I'm going to take it a little easier though. It's just, we're not trying to break down muscle and do all this stuff. We're trying to let our body heal itself. So we don't want to like go crazy with your workout, especially on day two here. And in regards to that, a lot of people ask, well, can I take like the pre-workout? Can I use some of the other Isagenix products on my cleanse day? And yes, you can. You can use the Nitro. You can use the Recover. You can use greens. All those things are okay to use on your cleanse days. And especially like on day two, if you need that boost, get that Nitro in you. That stuff's awesome. And I'm a big fan of the Recover as well. So, and also you can use e-shots on cleanse days. That's fine. I know my wife, she puts it actually in, she gets I forget what it's called. It's like a passion tea from Starbucks or something, and she puts it in there and makes it like this drink, and so she drinks it real slow. Personally, I just shoot them and on on my way and everything. So yeah, so you can use all that. The other thing that I'll tell you just about my experience. The first time I cleansed, I was in my mid-30s when I did my first cleanse, and I had never done a cleanse in my life. Yes, Jen, you can use Hydrate as well on cleanse days also, especially when it's hot. If it's anything like it here is in SoCal, it's really, really hot right now. So for me, the first time I did the cleanse, it was on the second day. I started to get a headache, and sometimes I would get migraines and everything, and I was a little worried because I was like, oh God, is this going to be one of these migraines that's going to last all day and kind of knock me out? The cool thing was that it only lasted for about half an hour, and I actually had some nausea with that as well. It almost felt like maybe am I coming down with the flu or something like that? So just realize that when you're cleansing, especially if you've never done this before, your body's going to have some reactions, because as this stuff's being released back, out of your fat cells, and it's being processed through your system, through your liver, your kidneys, and everything, you may have a little bit of these sort of side effects. For me, it only lasted like a half an hour, and then I was good to go. It was like, oh, okay, cool, I'm ready to go. So just realize that that's part of it. If you do have like a monster headache and you're having a hard time with it, I would recommend, first off, you should be drinking a ton of water on cleanse days. That's going to help you flush everything out. And the other thing it's going to do is a lot of times we'll get headaches because we're dehydrated. And especially in the summertime and everything, even if you're inside a lot, like I am, you want to make sure you're drinking a ton of water because you want to stay hydrated. So that's a tip. But if you really need to, and you need to take some Tylenol or whatever, like by all means do it. If it's going to help you get through your cleanse day, especially if this is the first time you're doing it. Cleansing does get easier with time. It's like a skill. It's like anything. If the more you practice it, the easier it's going to be. Now for me, like 2-day cleanses, they're not really a big deal. I just kind of do them. At first it was a little harder, but that's okay. They're not that bad. And then so yeah, if you really do need to have that headache or whatever, by all means take some Tylenol and keep going with that. So another thing is that keep in mind, you guys, 25% of the cleansing and everything is going to take place on that first day. Okay, the other 75% is going to take place on day 2. So really do your best to get through that second cleanse day. There's a lot worse things in life here. I always tell my clients and everything that, especially the ladies that have kids, it's like if you've been through childbirth, you can get through a cleanse day. I've never been through childbirth personally myself, but I'm sure that's a lot harder than just eating a little bit and drinking lots of water and cleanse juice for a couple of days. So keep that in mind. So you're going to get much better results if you stick it out and do the second the second day. The other thing too, I'll tell you a funny story. The first time I did a cleanse, obviously I was pretty hungry when it was time to break the cleanse, and when I was going to bed, my wife would make these. She makes these really good. They're like healthy pancakes, and I really like them. Or no, they were actually the waffles she does, and they're really good and everything. And so I asked her. I said, "Babe, I made it through day 2. We're getting ready for bed, and I'm like, can you make the waffles for me in the morning?" And she says, "Sure, I'll be happy to make those for you." And then I wake up, so I'm going to bed just dreaming about these waffles and everything. And then I wake up in the morning, and then she says, "Oh, well, yeah, I'll make the waffles for you because I'm all fired up for them." She goes, "But you have to drink your shake. You have to break your cleanse with the shake." And I said, "Well, why didn't you tell me? I've been dreaming about waffles all night and everything." And she said, "Well, I didn't want you to be disappointed." So, ladies, if you have husbands that are craving waffles and you're going to tell them that you're going to make them for them and then pull the rug out from under them, don't do that. It's just mean, It's not very nice. So, Jen, I know you're watching, so I still remember that. Anyway, so yes, you guys want to break your cleanse with a shake. And I will tell you, that shake will taste more delicious than anything you've ever had. And your body's going to love the nutrition that you're putting in, because now your cells are much cleaner than they were before, and you're going to get a lot more absorption into your body. So it's actually going to make the system even more effective, you guys. So yeah, so my best advice is, yes, you did make the waffles, Jen, but it was kind of disappointing not to have them right away and stuff. So so I wouldn't be disappointed. Yeah, whatever. Don't try to make yourself look better on this live here and stuff. So yeah. Anyways, you guys. So yeah. So stick to it. The biggest thing I find with cleansing is that it's really it's more of a mental decision than anything. If you just know, okay, I'm just gonna follow this system and just follow the schedule, and it's really simple, and it's really gonna pay off. It may be difficult at times at first, but The worst thing is you're going to feel usually is just you're going to be hungry. And I'm hungry on cleanse days, and I just drink a lot more water. And then also what's going to happen is that it never gets like worse. It's like you've got a little bit of hunger. It's not like all of a sudden you're just going to be laid out and you can't do anything. Just a quick tip is that if you do your cleanse days, I like to stay busy on my cleanse days. That's why it's great that we're doing it here in the middle of the week. I tend to not like doing cleanses on weekends because they especially as we get closer to football season and stuff, if I'm watching sports, it seems like all they do is put food ads on TV, and it's like all of a sudden that burger that I would probably never eat just looks absolutely delicious and stuff. So so if you guys got any questions, please post in the comments, and we'll get to those and everything, and we can address all your questions, so that way you guys can be successful. And guys, just do it. It's good for you. And so that's all I got for you guys. And remember, yes, guys can do this. It's very good for them. No more dad bod. All right, you guys, have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you guys soon.